We're talking about studying abroad, and according to Inside Higher Education, which is a publication online, colleges want to increase study abroad participation as part of a broader objective. They want to prepare students for careers in increasingly globalized economies. And so as we continue our conversation about the opportunities that exist about studying abroad and the experiences that you get, we thought we'd bring two students into the conversation to talk a little bit about their experiences. Sydney Eakes is a junior at Middle Tennessee State University, majoring in Spanish and Global Studies, and Salina Fountain is a senior at Tennessee State University, majoring in the hospitality industry. Thank you both for being here. So I wonder, and either one can start, so jump right in, but what made you decide to not only pursue the degrees that you pursued, but also experiment with studying abroad?
Well, my mother is actually a world traveler, so I had a little experience going out the country, and I had been addicted ever since. And during the time where I did go out the country, I stayed in the most amazing resort that I ever seen, and that's what made me want to go in the hospitality industry.
Fantastic. And what about you, Sydney?
For me, it was a little bit different. When I was abroad, that shaped my career and my passions and for what I want to study and what I want to do in my life. So I actually, while abroad, geared my studies towards international relations and international things in foreign language.
Did you know about the program as it existed on campus? Did you know there was an opportunity, in other words, for you to study abroad while attending both TSU and MTSU?
At MTSU, I did. On student orientation, when I came in as a freshman, there was a table set up, and so they were telling us about it, and ever since I saw it, I knew that I was going to have to do something with it.
Right. For you as well. Did you have to hunt the office out, or
No,
did you know
I
that
didn't.
it existed?
The Office of Diversity at my school is very open. They have, their doors are always open, so there's always a lot of resources in our Office of Diversity office. So I always went in there and networked and seen all the programs that they offered. So it was very easy for me to get a hold of the study abroad opportunities.
So where have you studied then in your career of being there over at Tennessee State? You've gone back and forth to how many countries, how many times?
I went to the 3 European capitals, Cape Town, South Africa, and Colombia, 2 of which I spent there for a month. And I just actually got back recently from Colombia, which I only stayed there for a week.
And where did you study, and what did you study?
In the 3 European capitals, I studied accounting. In Cape Town, South Africa, I studied Black Arts and Literature. And in Colombia, I did a research project off of sustainability, productivity, and creativity.
Fantastic. And Sydney, what about you? Where have you been, and what have you studied while you've been abroad?
I was fortunate to pass a year in Costa Rica.
Wow.
And there I focused most of my studies towards the Spanish language. It was actually the first time that I had picked up a foreign language. So I went in as a tiny baby, and I just really studied the language and learned what I could.
Right. And did that delay your education at all? Because they talk about whether you're adding to your current curriculum, right? You ought to get so many hours each year while you're in your programs, both at Tennessee State and at MTSU. But by going abroad and studying other things, did it delay your educational experiences at your universities, or are you on time?
Absolutely not. I stayed on track, and I actually was able to receive continual education units. So that's even more credits added on to my graduation day, and as well as my resume. All the courses that I took was a part of the classes that I needed to take to graduate. So I was actually on track. So I'm very happy that I got to study abroad and still stay on the right path with graduating.
Right. Your experience as well,
Yes, I would say that I stayed on the right track. Luckily, I went in so early that I was able to still change my major, but stay on track with the courses that I needed in time for graduation.
Cha was talking about, the fact that some people don't understand that this is an opportunity for them, that they may have some hesitation because they think it's not affordable to do, and they think that it does delay their education, so they won't get out of college in the 4 years that maybe mom and dad gave them. But is that necessarily the case?
Absolutely not. I think that it is very incentive that you do study abroad. For instance, business is global, and no matter what department that you're going in, so I think that it's a very good opportunity. And at our school, we offer a lot of scholarships. The Office of Diversity has scholarships, our university has scholarships, and you could even use some of your financial aid money going towards studying abroad. So you have numerous amounts of opportunities to pay for the study abroad opportunities, as well as stay on track, get advised for the courses that you want to take abroad, and then just make sure that you're establishing international relationships so that you will, when you enter the workforce, it'll be a good opportunity for you.
For the program at college, I'm assuming, so you're studying at another university, so you get the housing at that university, is that correct? You stay on campus there, you matriculate there, is that how that all works?
Well, my experience was totally different.
Okay.
When I went there, I went with Tennessee Custodian for International Studies, and how it is we have different professors from the universities in Tennessee, and they go with us to study abroad. Oh. And then we stay in a hostel, and then we matriculate throughout the city, and kind of learn. They teach us the course that we learn, so it's kind of different. We don't actually do the exchange portion where we go to a different school. We actually just go to the country, and then they teach us hands-on.
That's an interesting concept, because that's what I was getting to with that question. You know, how much exposure do you get to that culture, to that country that you're in? How do you really get to matriculate there and really learn the true, roots of the country and the true meaning of the culture while you're studying?
My experience was a little bit different. When I went, I had the opportunity to stay with 3 different families the whole time I was there. So I was immersed in the local culture, staying with those families, and that was such a great opportunity for me, because they got to take me places in Costa Rica. Yeah. Therefore I could see different aspects of the culture, and I was at the local university every day with thousands of local students. So that was an amazing experience, and in terms of the language that I wanted to learn, it definitely provided me with such a stronger base and support system in learning that language.
Was it difficult making that transition at all, though, from your family at home and the things that you know here to another family? Granted, they had signed up to do this, right? But still, was it difficult to make that transition?
I think that adaptability is an important quality if you want to study abroad.
Yeah.
But I also believe that these programs that are promoting international education and providing it really care about the quality of your experience. So I was very fortunate in being blessed with great families that really cared for me, I felt like, and took care of me and helped me learn their culture.
Ever nervous at all about safety, especially young women traveling abroad and learning abroad and living abroad? Did you ever worry about how safe you were at times?
I didn't. I actually took everything that I would do regularly at home and applied it there. So me personally, I don't just do anything at home, because I know that we have repercussions, and they do in the foreign countries as well. So I just made sure that I was paying attention to my surroundings, and then listening to the people that were, as far as our advisors and our teachers and our professors, listening to what they had to say, as far as, being aware of your surroundings. But other than that, I was fine.
Fantastic.
I agree. I think that it definitely requires a sense of self-awareness and awareness for what's going on around you.
So if you would, and we've got like a minute left, but if you would give some words of advice to other students who may be interested, what would you tell them?
To go, explore, learn. It opens your mind.
Indulge in the culture, create international relationships, and definitely network with people abroad.
Well, thank you, and thank you both for being here. You all are beautiful students, and I know you're going to do some great things when you finish up those studies that you're doing now. We appreciate you being with us, both Sydney and Salina. And also, just for some more information about expat women of color, the website there is expatwomenofcolor.com. The phone number is 615-732-2672 to get more information about that program. Of course, that's both working abroad and studying abroad through Cha Jones's program, so be sure to check into that as well, and we will see you again next